It's a walk-off for the Toronto Blue Jays as they win 7-5 over the Kansas City Royals. They came back from being down 4-1. They have won back-to-back ball games, and the youngsters continue to impress. Now, early in the ball game, Marcus Stroman got off to a tough start, gave up 2 runs in the first inning, and only goes, 4 innings. And you saw in his warm-up pitches in the fourth, he doesn't throw very hard, and then after that, you see him kind of stretching out his arm and everything like that. Then he leaves the ball game after 2 pitches into the fourth weren't even close, and he calls out Nicky Hoffman, the trainer, and then Charlie comes out, and they're like, yeah, you're done for the night. Good news, he will make his next start. The reason they pulled him, and I'm going to try and pronounce it if I can do so here, Marcus Stroman left the game, diagnosed with a left shoulder pectoral cramp. That's what it was called for Marcus Stroman. So only a cramp for him, and so that's okay. You know what? Nothing was damaged. Nothing was going on with Marcus Stroman, so it's only a cramp for him. So he comes out of the ball game having a rough start, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked a couple, struck out 4. Now, I don't know if that was bothering him all game long or whatnot, but if it wasn't, nonetheless, he was struggling anyways. And the Jays are down 3-0. And things weren't looking too good early on. He gives up the first 2 runs in the first inning. But then you go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes to the plate. And on the very first pitch, he gets that middle fastball. Sorry, it was a split finger fastball. And he does not miss it. Vladimir Guerrero, he hits a line drive shot into the 100 level in the outfield for a solo home run. His first home run since June 5th. 75 at-bats without a home run for Vladdy. We haven't seen much consistency with the bat from him. And then, because we talked about it in the last video, guys, we talked about him getting the lucky blooper and then hitting the ball on the ground 3 times. And then in his second at-bat here today, he absolutely hits a laser beam deep and gone to cut the deficit down to 2-1. Now, with Marcus Stroman on the mound there in that 4th inning, he gives up another run, and it really wasn't good. You know, in that 4th inning, he wasn't very good. He gave up another home run to Maldonado, making it a 3-1 game, getting that 1 run right back that Vladdy just took away. And then you go to the top of the 5th inning with Sam Gaviglio on the mound, and Hunter Dozier doubles to center field. Lopez comes in, and it's a 4-1 ball game. You know, things aren't looking too good for the Jays. You know, Stroman's out of the ball game. Gaviglio just has not been good over the last little while. Things just not looking up for this team. However, you go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the bottom of the lineup gets it done. Brandon Drury walks to lead it off. Then Danny Jansen lines out, but you still have a runner at first with 1 out for the top of the lineup, Eric Sogard, who singles to center field. Drury moves up to second. You have a runner in scoring position now. 2 runners on with 1 out for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who grounds out to the second baseman, Lopez, but Drury moves to third, Sogard up to second. You've got 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Now, you know they're going to be very careful with Lourdes, so on a full count pitch, he walks. They continue to forget that Cavan Biggio is behind him, and he gets in a hitter's count 2-1, and oh boy, Cavan Biggio, guys, gets a fastball right down the middle and does not miss it. He does not miss it. He crushes it to dead center field. A high booming drive, and it just clears the fence out of the stretch of Billy Hamilton. Grand slam for Cavan Biggio. His first big league grand slam. And just like that, the 4-1 deficit turns into a 5-4 lead. We've talked about it over this year so far. Good pitching, timely hitting, and good defense. You have the bases loaded. There is 2 out, and you need to cash in. You're down 4-1. He gets the grand slam to put the Jays on top 5-4. Now you go to the bottom of the 9th inning. No Ken Giles on the mound. It's Daniel Hudson out there, and he's a rough start to the inning. Ends up grinding it around and end up giving up a sacrifice fly to Alex Gordon, and we're tied at 5. Now Charlie Montoyo said after the game that the reason why Giles was down is because he just came off the IL not too long ago. He's had 3 outings since then, and yesterday he threw quite a few pitches, so they didn't want to throw him out there for back-to-back days. They thought about this prior to the game, so Daniel Hudson was the guy going into it that was going to close the game for the Blue Jays, and he tried to, but he blew the save, and hey, Shapiro Atkins, aren't you seeing how valuable Ken Giles is? Biagini's 1-3 in save opportunities. Daniel Hudson's been amazing, but in a save opportunity, he just gave up. He blew the save. Ken Giles is unbelievable. Sign the contract, please. All right, and they tie it up. And we're like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? And then we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Randall Grichuk walks to lead off the inning. We're like, ooh, we smell a walk-off. And then, obviously 1 out after that. And we're like, Rowdy Tellez strikes out. But then Danny Jansen at the dish. So far, 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's done a great job lately. And on a full count pitch, he gets a fastball just a shade down, but it's middle low. Oh, Danny hits a line drive to left center field, and it's gone. 2-run shot for Jansen, the walk-off for the Blue Jays, winning it 7-5. And his first, big league walk-off, and from his interview afterwards, it sounds like his first walk-off home run ever, and the Blue Jays win it 7-5. I don't care if it's Kansas City, people. We were battling with this team for one of the worst teams in baseball. So to see our guys win the first 2 ball games, it's nice to see. To see Vladdy go out there and crush a ball. To see Lourdes Gurriel Jr. go 1 for 3 with a run scored, and he walked once as well. To see Biggio go 1 for 3 and get the home run. Vladdy got a hit, Gurriel got a hit, Biggio got a hit, and obviously Danny Jansen had a hit. And in the last, you look at Danny Jansen, guys, he's on a mini 4-game hit streak, and in that time, his average has jumped up 18 spots. Maybe we're seeing Danny Jansen start to find his bat a little bit. That would be great. We know he's a great catcher. He's got a great arm behind the dish. He calls a great ball game. We just want to see him more offensively, and lately at least, we've seen that from Danny Jansen. And will he be able to continue it? Well, only time is going to tell. But Randall Grichuk went 0 for 2 in the ballgame, but he walked twice and came around to score, obviously on the walk-off 2-run shot from Jansen. And other than that, though, Eric Sogard went 2 for 3 with a run scored, and he walked once. 310 average with a 378 on base, and with the walk today, he now has 32 strikeouts in 54 games, which is insane, and he's walked 23 times. Incredible numbers for Eric Sogard. And even Biggio walks again. 21 walks for Kevin Biggio in 30 games. This guy is incredible. He has an amazing eye at the plate. He's incredible at getting into good hitters' counts. You saw it on the Grand Slam. It was a 2-1 pitch. Anytime a hitter's ahead, you look fastball, and he did. He got one, and he crushed it a long way. Great job by this team. Great job battling back. You were down 2-0 yesterday. You came back and won 6-2. And then today you're down 4-1. You get a couple big hits, and you end up walking it off 7-5 in the bottom of the 9th inning. They've now won 2 straight games. It's nice to see. Now let's go to the bullpen here and see what happened there. Gavilio inning in the third, gave up a couple hits in the run. I think it was the home run to Maldonado. No, it wasn't the home run to Maldonado. It was the double to Hunter Dozier, excuse me. And Tim Meza came out and faced 2 batters. Was in a really tough situation, but he struck out both guys. Tim Meza getting the job done. He's been a lot better over the last little bit here. He gave up a run against the Yankees, but his last 2 outings, he's been good. The 1 game against the Yankees and then the 2/3 today against Kansas City, he's been good. David Phelps, gotta say, have been impressed. He threw an inning, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout. ERA dropped to 2.70. Derek Law threw a clean inning, no hits, 1 walk, and a couple strikeouts. And then Hudson gives up the 1 run on the sacrifice fly from Gordon, but picks up the victory. He's now 5-2 on the season. And oh man, it's nice to see a victory for the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 3 of the series goes tomorrow afternoon to 1:07 first pitch. Aaron Sanchez against, is it Brad Keller? Brad Keller on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. Now, what the heck are we going to see from Aaron Sanchez? I don't know. Are you going to see when I say complete game, I'm not saying a complete game 9 innings, but I'm saying complete game as in a complete performance, I guess is the right word to use. You want to see Aaron, because you saw in the last game, he threw 4 great innings and then imploded in the 5th and 6th. You want to see him throw 5 or 6 good innings. And I don't mean shutout. I mean 5 or 6 innings of 1 or 2 run ball. It's a step in the right direction for Aaron Sanchez. Because, look, him getting traded, I don't know if it'll happen because his value right now is very low, and I don't know how it's going to go. But Game 3 goes tomorrow, guys. The Jays actually look to win the series, win their 3rd straight game. And we got to say, again, ever since that Game 1 against the Boston Red Sox, this Blue Jays team has looked different. The young guys are starting to feel it. They're starting to get into a groove. And this is what we've been waiting to see. Guys like Bo Bichette are eventually going to come up and have that little struggle early on, as we've seen from all the other young guys. But they will find their way. And I'm so proud of these youngsters here. I can't imagine, these guys, how well they've done. Now, we're not going to go look at the minor leagues today because we're going to enjoy this victory. All right, we're going to enjoy this win for what it is. And, I mean, look. They've won 2 in a row. How often are we going to say that? Not as often as we'd like to. However, it's nice to see a victory there today, and with the win, the Jays are now 31-52 on the year. Obviously, still not a good record whatsoever, but you don't look at win and losses in this season. You look at more or less the individual performances. And when we look at batting averages for this Blue Jays team, let's look at Eric. We were talking about Eric Sogard. Vladdy's hitting 251, Gurriel 310, and Biggio slowly making that climb up to that 250 mark. He's hitting 240 now on the year. But the guy's got a 373 on base percentage. He's been awesome. And we talked about Danny Jansen's growth. He's jumped 18 points over the last 4 games. It's the slow growth from the youngsters. That's what we got to look at moving forward, all right? And as of late, they've been looking pretty darn good. All right, let's see what they can do tomorrow, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys enjoyed the victory there today. Smack that like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on Jansen, your thoughts on Guerrero, your thoughts, Junior, your thoughts on Gurriel. What do you think of him today? What do you think of Biggio's home run? Marcus Stroman, your thoughts on that whole situation. Do you think he should be traded? Do you think he should be signed? My opinion, I will stick with it. I think he should be signed. I think Ken Giles should be signed, but it's not up to me. So we're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out, all right? And, guys, check out my main man, Mo Buckets, on Twitter. Guys, Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. He posted the Kevin Biggio Grand Slam on the Instagram page. So go check it out, guys. Blue Jays Wave, if you guys have not seen the home run already. Or if you have and you want to see it again, go check it out on Blue Jays Wave. All right, guys? Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys Leafs edition probably on July 1st because we heard Zaitsev is pretty much a done deal to Ottawa for Cody Ceci. Now, it sounds like there's something else going back. The reason I'm not doing the video is because it sounds like it's not quite finished. Zaitsev is going to get his $3 million, but it also sounds like something else is going back in the other way. Is it going to be a guy like Connor Brown? Is it going to be a draft pick? I don't know. So I'm going to wait till this deal gets official, and when we figure out what the actual deal is, then I will do the video for you guys, all right? And the whole Kawhi Leonard sweepstakes open up tomorrow, June 30th. I guess technically in 5 minutes. It's 11:55 right now. But it is going to be a wild ride over the next, week or two for Toronto sports. You got Mitch Marner for the Leafs. You got free agency for hockey. You have Kawhi Leonard for the Raptors. You have free agency in general for the Toronto Raptors. If they don't get Kawhi, they got to go ham on somebody else quick because clearly it doesn't look like they're going after anybody else. Now, that could be a good thing for the Raptors in a sense. They're seeing from Kawhi Leonard like, hey, you're our guy, man. Come on back. And then you're seeing teams like New York going, hey, KD, hey, Kawhi, come on. And we're like sitting here like, no, Kawhi, you're our guy, man. You're the only guy we want. I don't know. I think the Raptors are doing a real smooth job, and I just feel like Kawhi Leonard's going to be a Toronto Raptor very soon, but I could be wrong. We've heard a lot of stupid reports from Stephen A. Smith lately, but saying that Magic Johnson's going to be in the meeting, and then about 20 minutes later, people saying, nah, he's not going to be in the meeting. Mark Stein, I think he said that he's not going to be in the meeting. So I don't know what the heck Stephen A. Smith's talking about. But nonetheless, we're back to the Blue Jays, and they play Game 3 of the 4-game set against the Kansas City Royals there tomorrow afternoon, 1:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Brad Keller on the mound for the Royals, Aaron Sanchez on the mound for the Blue Jays. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.